Hello, everyone. I'm Chesting44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights, Doom of Icewind Dale. Last episode, we took another detour and went over to take a look through this deep rift location over here. There were a lot of spiders, and we found another of those hags that we've been trying to deal with. There's still going to be one more we need to find somewhere, and allegedly, it could be in Termalaine, which we're about to head into. So let's see what we find. On to Termalaine. The blizzard that engulfs Termalaine is no natural snowstorm. It is cold enough to freeze the blood, and you can barely see beyond the end of your nose. You'll need some protection from the cold to survive long in this place.
Sorry.
Store has been frozen shut. Anyone still inside must surely be dead.
Sorry.
The East Side Inn. However, you may be able to melt the ice using a torch or some other source of flame. I do have... Oh, geez! There's more things. And Aaron is down, of course. I imagine if we can get into that inn, we'll be able to rest. Okay. Great club. That is a very ugly great club. And a regular spear. Okay, Aaron, can you get up? There you go. Okay, so a source of flame. We do have one. The flame melts the ice, which has weakened the timber beneath. The ruined door promptly collapses. Damn, I thought I knew cold back in Targos, but this blizzard is something else. A few minutes exposed to that raging snowstorm would kill a man or a woman. Don't tell me you're regretting tagging along, Aaron. I remember how quick you were to give orders back in Neverwinter. Things are much tougher when you're the one doing the running around, aren't they? A little bit, but at least we have someplace we can rest. An innkeeper? Here?
Hello.
Is it safe now? For a moment I thought you were a Verbeeg or troll come to finish me off. What happened here? First, a dire winter appeared from nowhere, shrouding Termalaine in ice. Most of the people here fled, but I didn't want to abandon my business. Then the shaman and his horde of monsters arrived. He raised a great tower of ice in the middle of town. I hid in the cellars when the monsters broke in. They trashed the place, but thankfully they never discovered me. I've been hiding out here ever since. I'm searching for Wulfgar. Wulfgar? The hero of Icewind Dale arrived in Termalaine a couple of days back. Took one look at the magical ice spire that the blue-skinned shaman had conjured with his magical staff, hefted his warhammer, and headed straight there. He hasn't been seen since. Gotcha. What do you know about the masked lady of the lake? Only the gossip that I heard from drunks before the shaman's army arrived. They say she appears at night, floating on the surface of Mare Dweldon. I hear there's a witch up near Lonelywood, and dead strangers wash up there from the lake. Who's in charge of these giants? Some big brute that calls himself Slabhead leads the Verbeeg, but the real power in charge is the blue-skinned shaman. A queer fellow. I believe he calls himself Iceblood. I only got a glimpse of him before I fled. Farewell. I'm going to remain here. I'd freeze to death out there, and besides, the roads are crawling with monsters. Oh, there's something we can look at over here. A bookshelf. Not much else, but at least we have a place we can go to rest that's probably relatively warm. The 10 Towns, an introduction. I feel like I should read this. The 10 Towns are a loose confederation of frontier villages found in Icewind Dale in the western Frozen Far. The communities of the 10 Towns attract those people of Faerun determined to find a life for themselves and those desperate to leave their former lives behind. While life within each community exemplifies diligence and partnership, relations between each of the communities demonstrate the fierce competitive spirit that is needed to survive in the north. The 10 Towns are formed around the 3 lakes of Icewind Dale: Redwaters, Lac Dinneshere, and Mer Dweldon. Situated northwest of Redwaters, the smallest of the lakes, are fittingly enough the smallest villages, Dugan's Hole and Goodmead. To the north is Lac Dinneshere, upon the shores of which sit the settlements of East Haven, Caer Dineval, and Caer Konig. West is the largest and deepest of the lakes, Mer Dweldon, around which are situated the towns of Lonely Wood, along with its namesake forest, Bremen, Termalaine, and the walled city of Targos. Between Lac Dinneshere and Mer Dweldon is the massive solitary peak of Kelvin's Cairn. Just south of the mountain is the Dwarven Valley, a deep chasm that housed a number of dwarf clans. Southwest of the valley, nestled between all 3 lakes, is the trading hub of Bryn Shander, the gateway city that leads to the rest of civilization to the south. Got it. So we're kind of in the southwestern region. Yeah, this place is very empty. Oh, good, it's daytime now. I can actually see nothing. Okay. Oh, jeez. I was about to save, but nope. Winter Wolf. Okay. Nope, you're still going out to something I can't see. More Verbeeg. Okay, some crits are good to have. You have a spear, and you have a great club. Okay. And there's a gem mine here. Okay, interesting. Something I'd like to investigate, I think. What is this? 2 Dwarven Valley. It does open, but we don't need to head there yet. But I'm curious what's in the gem mine. Let me drop a save first. Alright, let's see what's in this gem mine. Maybe we'll find some decent gems. Probably also going to be some hostile things. Okay, this is all going into a central passage. Well, there's a door leading into a room over there. Oh, there's something at the end of the path here. What do we got? What is this? Brooch of Shielding. Shield 3 times a day. I mean, that's not a bad thing, I think. Spell immunity and AC increased. Actually, oh yeah, that is what shield is. So this is actually going to be pretty nice. You know what, I'll take it. I don't know how long it lasts, but, I mean, it'll help. Termalaine Golems. Marcos Flass. Interesting. Just gonna move around just in case those golems decide to do something.
Hello.
As you enter what appears to be his laboratory, this bald-headed, tattooed wizard closes the tome he was studying and fixes you with an angry glare.
And who are you to disturb the work of Marcos the Red? I thought the magical blizzard above Termalaine had frightened everyone off.
I'm Ken.
Ken? Where have I heard that before? Something to do with Neverwinter, yes? Word travels slowly to Thay. How I wish my damnable cousin were here instead of me. To think I could be relaxing in the Flass estate instead of here freezing to death manufacturing substandard golems. I will presume you are unfamiliar with the Flass family of Thay. My cousin Demetra is the wife of the High Blade of Mulmaster. For their latest anniversary, I gifted them a small army of gem golems. Alas, something went wrong in their creation. They went rogue and killed almost half the guests. As punishment, Demetra had Zulkir Zastam arrange for me to be sent here, the very arse end of civilization. Initially, the plan was to come to an arrangement with Termalaine's council to use this Termalaine mine as a research site. Lately, however, a rampaging blue-skinned madman and his monstrous army have chased off most of the town's inhabitants. Now I am free to progress with the creation of a new type of golem unhindered, save for that bothersome Durgar and his band of Underdark misfits.
What do you plan to do with these golems?
When I am satisfied they have been perfected as much as I am able, I shall write to my cousin and ask for permission to return to Thay. My hope is that she will accept these Termalaine golems in place of the superior golems that went haywire at her anniversary celebration.
Tell me more about your Durgar problem.
This mine connects to the Underdark far below. Occasionally monsters will wander up here and disturb my research. Most are dumb beasts easily disposed of. Recently, a Durgar warrior and his band of mercenaries have begun raiding the mine. They're proving more troublesome to eliminate.
I could take care of them for you.
Yes?
You could? Well, that's an unexpected offer. Very well. The Durgar and his cretinous band of thieves periodically ascend from the Underdark to raid. In fact, I can hear them now lumbering around the central mine. Bring me the head of the Durgar leader, and I shall reward you with a special item for my cash.
Have you thought about confronting the blue-skinned shaman?
No.
Why would I? His plans for the region are none of my business. He is clearly insane, and a priest of no small power, though I have not heard of this walking winter he so often eulogizes about. The staff he wields is a remarkable artifact, capable of raising spires of ice and altering the weather.
Do you know anything about Masked Lady of the Lake?
The only masked woman I know of are the Wick Laren of Rashaman. Gods, how I despise those meddling harpies. If one of the self-proclaimed Hathran, or even an Othlor, has come to Icewind Dale, my stay here will be even more painful than I had imagined.
Do you have any magical supplies I could purchase?
Sell my magical supplies? To you? I am no traveling merchant hawking my wares to every slack-jawed adventurer who passes by. And yet, if I can make some extra gold while I'm stuck in this hellhole, why not? All the more pleasure slaves from Marcus the Red when he finally returns to Thay.
+2 Cloak of Fortification. Wait, is it fortification or protection? It is Cloak of Protection, not Fortification. He does have a +2 Cloak of Protection. And it's relatively cheap. What else does he have? Robe of Infusing? Diamond Cut. +1 full plate with bludgeoning resistance. That's pretty good. +2 Boots of Striding, Braces of Armor, Flaming Fists. Short Bow of Spell Resistance. Interesting. Precio's Dagger? Poison on hit. Various scrolls and the like. No healing scrolls. Protection, Clear Thought, Resistance, Natural Armor, Protection, Necklace of Fireballs, Staff of Command. Brazier of Commanding Fire Elementals, Lens of Detection, and a Bag of Holding. I do kind of feel like I should get a Bag of Holding. And a Lens of Detection is good, but I think I can spare that for now. So I'm going to take a Bag of Holding. I'm going to put some of these things in here, including all of these potions, and the Gem of Seeing. And I'm going to put the Flail of Corrosive Spikes in here, because it'll save on a bit. And that I think will do. But I am also going to get the Cloak of Protection +2, because I will be able to upgrade it later. For now, he wants us to go take care of some Durgar. Let me drop a save. Alright, I'll throw out the Brooch of Shielding just to be safe. There we go. Grimbold Tornheim. There's a Mind Flayer! Oh no.
Hey, what?
Arr, who in the hells are you? Lackeys of that red wizard, I expect. If it's a fight you want, old Grimbold and his gang ain't for backing down.
I want to ask some questions.
Ha, what's the point in questions when we both know how it ends? Still, I suppose it can't hurt. Don't reckon either of us is in a rush to see how this plays out.
What are you doing in this mine?
What does it look like we're doing? Place is overrunning with Termalaine. Not the most precious gem, I'll grant you that, but there's enough here for old Grimbold to finally retire from a mercenary's life. My knees ache, me eyes are getting worse. I can barely pee straight. Aye, it's time I hung up me axe.
Do you know anything about a masked lady of the lake?
Not a damned thing. I don't be venturing out onto the surface. The thought of a big lake naked under the stars gives me the creeps, it does. Ain't natural. Hurry up then, me axe hand is getting itchy.
I don't want to fight you. Leave this mine and promise not to return.
I don't know what it is about ye, lad, but ye're awfully convincing. Fine, we'll seek our fortune elsewhere. Give that bald-headed wizard a headbutt from me when you see him.
Oh, there you go. Now we don't actually have to fight them. I'll take it. I mean, sure, it probably would have been some good loot, but I'll take it.
Hello.
I convinced the Dorgar and his band to leave the mine alone.
That wasn't the deal, but I suppose it makes no difference. If he shows his face again, I will kill him myself and hold you responsible for your inconvenience. Here is your reward. Now, if there is nothing else, I have work to do.
Hello.
I want your golems to aid the defense of Targos if it is attacked.
You do? Why would I want to send my creations to a battle in which they would likely be destroyed?
You can make amends for the lives lost to your faulty golems.
To the hells with them. Thanks to their inability to defend themselves, I was sent to this accursed place and doomed to spend my days creating low-quality golems in the bowels of a freezing cave. The 10 towns can look after themselves.
You've taken advantage of a bad situation. Help 10 towns or I will end you.
Ah, your point is well made. Should Targos come under attack, I will send my golems to the aid of the town.
Hold on, what was my reward? I don't think I actually got anything. No, I didn't get anything. Okay, fine. I guess I get nothing. Still, I mean, it was relatively easy and I didn't have to kill him. Alright, let's make our way back out and continue exploring Termalaine. And hey, we have added protection for Targos, should it be attacked. Nice. Now let's continue looking through Termalaine. Of course, now it's dark again.
Sorry.
Doors frozen shut. Ah, the town hall over here. Let's see if we can get in.
Fair enough.
Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
Okay, you can stop now. Oh, gee. Oh, geez. I didn't expect that. Okay. So there isn't anything else here. Can honestly say I didn't expect that trap. Anything upstairs? Well, we found Slabhead. Let me drop a save before we speak with him. Alright, Slabhead, looks like we have to talk. That is an ice troll shaman. I don't like that.
Crush you!
This Verbeeg is larger than his fellows. His forehead is abnormally large, giving him a particularly brutish countenance. Despite his appearance, his speech is reasonably eloquent for a giant.
Oi! Who are you, and what are you about?
I'm Ken. I assume you're in charge.
You assume right. You ain't one of the shaman's followers, are you? I'd recognize you if you were. That must mean you're a troublemaker out from one of the 10 towns here to poke your nose around. I've got a good mind to smash it in with my club here.
Try it and I'll paint the walls with your blood.
Alright, no one speaks to Slabhead like that. No one except Iceblood or one of the boars. Or that tasty blonde priestess, what's her name? Point is, I'm gonna smash your face in with my club and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Well, I'd rather have asked questions. You know what, I'm gonna see if I can. Okay, so if we ask this, I assume you're in charge. There we go.
Look, I don't want any trouble. Iceblood ordered me to stay here and keep an eye on the town. The boss ain't around, so how's about you just ask your questions and leave?
Who's the boss?
The shaman, Iceblood. You know, the big cheese. Or maybe that should be Big Freeze. Last I heard, he was north of here somewhere.
I'm looking for the masked lady of the lake.
Never heard of her. The only lady I know is Lysan, Iceblood's second in command. Guess the boars are female too, but they for sure ain't no ladies.
I'm searching for the barbarian hero Wolfgar.
The big human with the hammer. I ain't never been afraid of no human before, but I wouldn't like to have tested those muscles. Luckily, the boss took care of him. What's left of him is in the ice tower in the center of town.
The giant smirks at you. Farewell.
Don't come back.
Alright, Aaron, you can unlock this. And we got emerald, sapphire, and gold. I feel like I probably should just kill him anyway. Okay, he wasn't too bad. There goes that Verbeeg. There goes that one, and now for the shaman. There you go. Okay, did we loot anything good? Quarterstaff, a spear, a tower shield, and an unidentified club. Well, and you would just have a spear. Wait, what kind of a spear? Regular spear.
Well met.
Face Melter is the name of this club. It does acid damage. You know, the Flail of Corrosive Spikes just does acid damage, and it's 20 pounds. This is 3 pounds. And it's a +2. This is significantly better for what I'm doing. I am definitely going to go ahead and sell that. So yeah, I think it's fine that we did that. Were we a little hostile? Maybe. But I mean, we've dealt with the Verbeeg, who are kind of controlling the place, so we don't need to worry about him anymore. Alright. And I am going to end this episode here. Yes, a little shorter, but I think I'm about ready. We can continue on exploring through the town. Next episode, we'll go further through it. Till then, I am Chester44, also known as Fly. That is Ken Daniels, Aaron Gend, and Sharwin. This has been a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights, Doom of Icewind Dale. And I shall see you all next time.